Why has it taken the Chinese authorities so long to make this admission? And what else did they say, Samantha?
Hi there, Adnan. Well, as you say, this is the first official word we've heard from China on the matter since Meng was reported missing last Friday by his wife, Grace. Authorities taking some 2 days to respond to this, sparking a lot of speculation here in China and across the world, given his very high-profile position at an international organisation. Authorities say that he is under investigation. And what that suggests to us is that officials know where he is. Where exactly is unclear. We also don't know what kind of condition he is in or what charges he is facing. Authorities here say that he is suspected of violating the law. So, as I say, very unspecified charges at the moment. I think what's interesting to point out as well is that in the last 24 hours, we have learned that Meng sent text messages to his wife Grace before she reported him missing last Friday. One of those text messages, which was sent via WhatsApp, was an emoji of a knife, suggesting he was in some kind of danger, and that is believed to be the last she heard of him. Now, his wife Grace did front the French media over the weekend to express her fears and concerns. She didn't show her face. She had her back to the cameras, suggesting that she is fearing for her safety. We know that she is under protection in France after receiving threats on social media. We're not entirely sure what those threats were, but of course, French authorities have also said that they are investigating the matter. They have described it as a worrying disappearance.
What's your reading of him offering his resignation as the chief of Interpol? Because you would have thought for China it's a prestigious position to be head of Interpol. One of their nationals is in charge. And of course, we don't know whether the resignation comes of his own volition or perhaps if it was forced. Does it suggest that the investigation into him doesn't bode well for him in terms of the outcome?
Well, I think that's exactly right. And Beijing is very good at keeping things like this, particularly high-profile cases, that very sort of the mystery surrounding it. I think what's interesting is that Interpol's statement that they made was very brief. So you don't really have to look into it too much when you see that. Interpol confirmed that they had received their resignation from Meng. They then went on to say that his position would be filled in the interim by the South Korean member of Interpol until his position is officially filled next month. But you really don't have to look as far as Twitter, where Interpol actually uploaded this statement, to see the criticism really funneling through and the comments really suggesting that Interpol isn't doing enough to really get down to the bottom of this. Now, Meng was appointed this role in 2016, and this was really China's way of the ambitions of stepping up into more leadership roles in international organizations. And at the time, there was a lot of criticism, particularly from human rights groups, that he would be using his position to go after dissidents. Of course, we know that China is waging a huge war on dissidents and also corruption, particularly under President Xi Jinping. Now, I think what's interesting to also point out is that Meng is the latest high-profile Chinese citizen to have gone missing, sparking a lot of concern about his welfare here in China and across the world.
OK, Samantha, thank you very much indeed. Samantha Vadas in Beijing.